right, guys, what I have here is one of the cheapest 1911s that you can buy in the United States right now. I got the name covered up a little bit on there so you can't see what it is. Some of you may already know. And guess what? I'm going to be able to give you a pretty good review on this thing because I love it. And yes, I have tested it, and I'm going to tell you about that. So what is it? This is the T-Sauce. T-Sauce 1911. So here's how it comes when you buy it. I paid $3.49 for this. So let's just start off right here with this. This is a little piece of paper that comes in there around the trigger guard. It is a forged frame, forged slide, Series 70 with no firing pin safety, like the old style, the way they should be made. And it does, even though it doesn't say on here, it has a hammer forged barrel. This is one of the best combinations you can get in a 1911 hammer forged frame, slide, and hammer forged barrel. And let's just take it out right now and get a good look at it. This is not Parkerized, it is Cerakoted this color. And before I get this box out of the way, I'm going to tell you what this comes with. So it comes with the wood grips here, already on the gun. And it comes with plastic grips here. And what's really nice, that you don't see a whole lot anymore, is it comes with 2 magazines. These are, I believe, Checkmate magazines. They are a good quality magazine, but you can use any of the other style magazines that you would like. Let me get this box out of the way, and we'll talk some more about it. All right, guys, there it is. I am super excited about this 1911. It is just one of the most solid feeling 1911s that I've had. And of course, I'm talking about the just lower end level 1911s. I'm not talking about like an Ed Brown, which there you're getting into hand fitting and hand tuning and all kinds of different things that, you know, would not be in this, of course. I'm talking about just your basic level GI 1911. This is probably one of the best I've handled. Now, the only thing that did happen, and this is normal, is it did give me hammer bite. And what that comes from is shooting. And when you shoot, it doesn't matter if you're big, small, whatever, the hammer will come back and will, like, quote, bite by hitting your skin right here. So it did take it to blood. I didn't even notice for a while. And then I felt something almost like a pinch. And I looked down, and right there's still a little mark there. And there was blood there. And I just held it just a little bit lower. Now, you can put on a commander hammer, but I'm going to leave it the same. And I'm going to tell you why. It took about 3 magazines full to take it to blood, to cut my skin. It took about 3 magazines full. So I'm cool with that. It's not like it happens on the first one or anything. That's just how it goes. Okay, so what did I fire through this? So I had a combination of things that I took to the range that I wanted to try out. I already had a feeling this gun was going to be pretty decent. I had looked up several reviews online of this firearm, and all of them seemed to be really good. I didn't see any malfunctions. They're known for working good, and and everything like that. So I didn't really think there was going to be any issues, but I had to know for myself. So it just happened to be that I had gotten a hold of some aluminum cased 45 and a mixture of other 45 ammo in a really good deal. A guy gave me 100 rounds of 45 ammo for $20 bucks, $20 bill. He said, that's all I want. And it had everything from aluminum casing to high-end hollow points to Federal ball ammo, and probably a little bit of everything in between. So I started out with the Federal ball ammo, shot everything fine. I was shooting 5 rounds at a time, then reloading, because I was kind of just doing a little accuracy test and stuff. 5 rounds at a time, reloading, and moving on from there. And then I went to the aluminum cased. I wanted to make sure that this was running fine before I shot aluminum, because If a gun is going to fail, in my opinion, it's going to be aluminum. So what's the biggest reason that a gun will fail with aluminum ammo? It really has nothing to do with anything wrong with the gun. Where the failure comes when you're shooting aluminum cased ammo is because of how the round on top interacts with the round underneath. Because when the aluminum is on aluminum, it's different than a slicker, finer finish like a brass finish. So if there's ever going to be an issue, it's going to be somewhere as it's coming up and out of the magazine. Most likely that would be the case. So I just wanted to make sure that everything with the firearm was fine by running standard ball ammo right out front, in the front of the review, and everything was fine. So I went to the aluminum case, and I actually ended up shooting all 50. I ended up having 50 rounds of aluminum cased, even though I didn't realize until I was done the range has a no aluminum case rule, but that's okay. I did fire them all, and some hollow points, and guess what, guys? Every single thing fed just fine. I had no issue with anything at all with this firearm whatsoever. Everything fired good. The trigger pull is pretty nice. Let me show you what the trigger pull looks like here. That's the take up right there. A nice, crisp break. It does break really nice, guys. I'm not a huge 1911 guy, but if I'm going to have one, I want to keep this one, and I'll tell you why, guys. I like the original looking 1911. This is a replica of the World War II 1911 A1. That's what this is. It's almost an exact replica from the way the serrations are done, the very small sights. This was very hard to see because where I was shooting at in the range, it was shadowed. I wasn't outside. It was darker where I was shooting from. Where the targets were, it was pretty well lit. But outside, I would have no issue. But it was a little bit tougher to see. But I had no problem getting good shots with that nice big 45 caliber round. Let's do some close-up views before I close this video out. I'm really impressed with the grips, guys. The wood grips. I mean, if they didn't come with these are something that I would have bought from online to add to this. That's how nice these are. Look at that grain that you can see in there. If I tilt this, the grain in there of the wood. It does have the, I like this checkering on the top of the hammer. Like I said, the old school minimal sights that you cannot adjust. One of the differences between this and the one that it's a replica of is the only thing different pretty much is this is a lowered ejection port, and that's okay because that kind of helps get your casings out of the way. I would rather it have a lowered ejection port like this than the original because I feel this will help with reliability. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but the feed ramp in there that goes right before the barrel on the frame is polished. There you go, guys. That is the polishing from factory right there. So all I did with this was I went out there, I fired right around 100 rounds through it. I brought it home, I cleaned it, I put Ballistol on it, and I put it back in the safe, and now I'm just doing this review because I wanted to shoot it before I did the review. Because I know there was going to be a lot of different comments in the comment section below, but I got to tell you guys, as far as I'm concerned, this thing is worth $349 all day long and then some. And I plan to keep this. It's a replica. It's a good-looking replica, and that's exactly what I wanted. All right, guys, there you go. Until next time, this is DOF, and I am out of there.